Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Check 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 1 2. Check 1 2. Check. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Westmount Torrent Soccer this evening as Westmount comes into town here at Mankelsdorf Field on the campus of Misericordia University for tonight's game. So we thank our friends at Endless Energy and AMP Global Strategies, sponsors of the Back Mountain Torrent, and of course our friends at McCarthy Tire Service and all of our other sponsors here on the John Mendola Show Network as the Shamrocks come into town with Daniel Klintovich, their head coach. A tie the last time between these two. Just 3 games left for the Torrent. They'll play today, next weekend. They're on the road in Lancaster, and then they'll be home for the final game on a Sunday, which will be July 16th. So the starting lineups: Olivia Meniscus, Kira Pomerink, Megan McNeely, Sydney Hess, Emma Prohaki, Callie Reskowski, Emma Schweitzer, Carly Stoner, Kaylin Gallagher, Bryn Hess, and Emma Stroud in goal. In the meantime, for Westmont, they'll start Lauren Anderson, Meredith Blannett, Anna Croyle. They'll go down to Kira Lesko, Caitlin Norwood, Sierra Parent-He, Gabrielle Parado, Hannah Phillips, Georgianne Seaman, Trinity Soto, and Olivia Watt in that starting lineup. So in goal will be Trinity Soto. She is from Elizabethtown. In the meantime, on the other end, number 1, Emma Stroud. So 2 1s are in goal. So the 2 Hess sisters will be in that back line to start things out here this evening. Green, obviously, the Shamrocks, and gray for the Torrent. There's number 18 in the center. That is Croyle. She is a Syracuse University student athlete. Got good height to her. And here's Kaylin Gallagher. She'll be an incoming freshman at Misericordia University. Sends a pass down the side to Stoner. Carly Stoner crosses one and just a little long there as Emma Schweitzer got some kind of wood on it, but it was a little wide and got past in the center there. So Trinity Soto will get rid of this here for the Shamrocks this evening here for the Back Mountain Torrent team. Over Reskowski, they get it down and then booted away there by Prihaki. So Prihaki is a Misericordia University grad. I think she finds her way right now in upstate New York. And still has that passion to play, and on the squad has done a nice job. Schweitzer over to Pomerink. Pomerink's going to look it up, try to get it, lead Gallagher a little bit. Gallagher just a step behind there as number 28, Seaman, had control. Now they'll play it to the back. So just a couple of subs here for the Shamrocks tonight. Expected showers coming in the 8 o'clock hour. Hopefully we'll get this thing all the way through. We will count up to 45 minutes each half. And Reskowski. And then Prince Hockey got shut down there. The Shamrocks will get a throw in here on that far side. This comes over to the center. There's an opportunity here for the Shamrocks. Sent wide and then try to get it on goal, and they do a nice job there. And now it'll get over to Hess. Hess gets it over to Gallagher. She got pickpocketed right there by Seaman. And now coming on is number 25, Parado. And now we got an offsides call here. So here is the Torrent. Meniscus trying to control there in the center. Meniscus sends a pass to Schweitzer. Beautiful pass and a good save by Soto as Schweitzer had a footsie on it and then back over and kicked back out. That was great touch. Now Ruskowski comes back to her teammate and then booted forward in a nice header going the other way here for the Shamrocks. And Hess will look around, send it back to the keeper, Stroud. Stroud gets it out to Bryn Hess. Bryn Hess down to Gallagher. Gallagher does the job of getting it over to McNeely, and now here comes Ruskowski out of the back. Sends it over to the middle, sends a pass to Stoner. Stoner has an opportunity and just a little wide. So another possibility there for the Torrent of Back Mountain, and Emma Schweitzer will head over to the flag and try to center one. There is the kick. Schweitzer header and just controlled there by Soto. Back to the center here. Here is Hess to Hess. And Meniscus chops it down there. And McNeely will get it back. And Hockey will get rid of it and send it all the way down. And they'll get it back to Trinity Soto. So evenly played thus far. Here is Hess out of the back. Hess coming with a full head of steam. Gets rid of it to Stoner and offsides. Booted out here. Stepping in front there was Hess, but Przhocki had to come over to make sure that Stoner does the job. Here's Meniscus, slides it nicely over to Schweitzer. Emma Schweitzer tries to send one across to Alive. It's Alive, and ain't nothing. Stoner tried to get on that. There were bodies all over the place. Emma Schweitzer did just what she had to do there, but just a couple of green jerseys in the way. And that is booted out. Pomerink. Schweitzer back to the center. Stolen away there by the Shamrocks. Number 25 does the job there, Parado. And then sent out. Here is Kaylin Gallagher now. Gallagher lost it there to number 28, Seaman. Now back over towards the center. Meniscus tries to take care of that one. Does the job. Back over to Stoner. Stoner trying to get it inside to Gallagher. Now it is Pomerink. But the Shamrocks control here and have a 30-yard gap. McNeely running over here. And sent down. It'll be a footsie race here. Number 8 chasing. But unable to get there. Hannah Phillips, Immaculata University. Throw in here, Gallagher. Gets her head on it, and here comes Meniscus. Trying to get ahead of steam there, but controlled once again by Anna Croyle out of Syracuse. It is the Westmont Shamrocks and the Back Mountain Torrent here on the John Mendola Show Network. I want to thank Endless Energy and AMP Global Strategies, sponsors of the Back Mountain Torrent. Of course, our sponsors here on the John Mendola Show, the McCarthy Tire Service, located in Wilkes-Barre and Hazleton. And, of course, one of the largest tire dealers in North America. What a great family, the McCarthys. Tracy Zarola from Lewis and Freeman. Dr. Todd Manuka Subaru, It's All We Do. Dee's Diner, located near the casino. Arcaro and Chanel, the pizza capital of the world. Athletic Republic, locations Dallas and Moosic. FNCB Bank, member FDIC. Comets Law, Mendocino's Pizza, and our local State Farm agents, including Melissa Walter here in the Back Mountain. Frank Sirokatch in Tunkhannock. Pomerink pushes there, and Hockey's leg got stuck there. It looked worse than I think it was. It looked like, wow, her leg went one way and her body went the other, but she's okay. Razkowski plays that well there on the side. And just the right bounce here for Westmont. Staying alive. Little footsie work here. And then nobody home. And then good work there by Hess and Gallagher. Going to try to out-duel number 18, but unable to do that. It goes out. Croyle. We're about 10 minutes into the first half here. Shamrocks trying to control. No score here in the first half. This one will come up, headed down, and then Hess will get there. Hess sends this one in between Gallagher and Meniscus, and then controlled here by the Shamrocks. They put it right on the carpet. Razkowski wide open on that far side. She's going to get there. She does. Nicks it forward here to Emma Schweitzer. Emma Schweitzer coming to the center. Emma Schweitzer turning hips. Emma Schweitzer shoots right off the goalie Soto. And then Stoner kept it alive, but just a little wide there of Gallagher. Hess, like a typical Benton wrestler, likes to grapple it up. There's Hockey over to Hess. And Stoner now will try to put on a move or two to get it across the center. Does just that. And Schweitzer got in there. Just couldn't finish. Couldn't get her body around enough. And then chased down there as Razkowski does a good job of hustling it up. She'll get it into her teammate. And Pomerink. But played well out of the back there by Caitlin Norwood out of East Stroudsburg University. And here come the Shamrocks trying to stay on side. A nice job. Coming out was Emma Stroud. So Stroud boots it out. Taylor Jamison, the head coach here of the Back Mountain Torrent. Spent some time at Misericordia University, went out to Wash U this past year, and now she is with the Back Mountain Torrent U23 team. This one plopped up in the air. Going to be hustled, and Razkowski gets her body in the right position there as Sierra Perny tried to take care of that. So at some point here, we'll probably get a couple substitutions in for both squads off of McNeely. And they'll call a foul there on McNeely. So right about the 40. Maybe hit here out of the back. That'll be Olivia Watt. Shepherd University is where she calls home. This one Put up nicely, but headed out there by Hess. And Gallagher got in the way there. And then this booted down. This will be close here. And nice job by Emma Stroud. As the Shamrocks tried to just boo-boo that up there for the Torrent. And hustling down there was number 8, Hannah Phillips. So go to the back again. These two played to a tie the first time, and it looks evenly matched once again. Meniscus right there trying to get in the grill. Phillips down here with Hess. Phillips gets an advantage, sends one across and booted out by the other Hess. And now it'll be headed back to the inside. And now a little bit of wiggle room here coming. And then McNeely does the job. Here comes Olivia Meniscus. She's got Pomerink in the center. Stoner here on the outside. She'll push it in. Stoner will try to get it over to Gallagher, but Gallagher is going right, and Stoner hit it on the opposite side. So just a little bit of a mix there. Hess pressing. Meniscus tries to get it to Emma Schweitzer. Schweitzer dangerous with the ball. Emma Schweitzer pushes it forward. Emma Schweitzer gets one across, and Kaylin Gallagher scores. So just enough English on that as Schweitzer got it to Gallagher. Was able to get that left foot and put it right in the corner for the Torrent as they lead 1-0. Rutzkowski takes a chance. Comes up. Hess out of the back. Nice job with the header. And then Meniscus just gets a little bit on it. It'll roll all the way to the corner. Enough to kill a little bit of time and go out. So the Torrent strike first here. 1-0. Soto out of the back. Hockey boots it up in the air right towards Schweitzer and trying to control that, and it goes out. Endless Energy and AMP Global Strategies, the sponsors here of the Back Mountain Torrent. And, of course, your friends right here at the John Mendola Show and all of our sponsors that support local student athletes, including McCarthy Tire Service. Just a great family, wonderful people, great service. Great hustle here out of Pomerink. They'll get it down over towards that corner. They send one across, and I think we're going to get a goal kick out of this. We're about 17 minutes in here. Coming across. And here comes a streaking Shamrock. Schweitzer and Rutzkowski play that well. And then booted out there by the Shamrocks. We'll get it down. It's Kira Lesko out of the Shamrocks right there. And they'll kick it all the way back to Soto here. Schweitzer came up hard there. And will come back over towards the center. Hess over to meniscus. And boo-boo, and that was Tolly there in the center. Parado out of Drexel. And McNeely controls, gets it over to Hess. And coming on strong there, and meniscus just got enough on it just so it wasn't troublesome, as Roskowski will shield over on that far side, and it'll be a throw-in here. Looks like Kate Field will be getting into the lineup here. Hess sends one. Oh, just headed there as Gallagher was lurking. Coming down and off of Sidney Hess. Pomerink looking. Wide has Schweitzer. Schweitzer sends one over to the center. Hope McNeely would be there, back over to meniscus. She gets bull rush there a little bit. Nice job by Lauren Anderson at Haverford College. Haverford, you heard both? Raskowski ends up winning that one out of the back. "20 minutes into the first half. So awarded to the Torrent. Booted up in the air. And Stoner, she was going to trust herself and keep going. Carly Stoner almost got taken down. Then she goes back to get the ball. Stoner sends one across and then legged out there by the Shamrocks. Meniscus trying to get there, and coming on is Bryn Hess. Stoner kicks it off the Shamrocks. It'll be a throw-in coming up, and that should bring in Kate Field. So we'll get a substitute coming in here for the Shamrocks. Ashley Gordon. Bryn Hess plays that over to Przyhocki. Przyhocki will look over to Raskowski now on that far side. Callie. Callie went inside, got taken down there. So a physical play by number 23, Lesko. Reorganize in the back here for the Torrent as Pomerink helped out there. Here's meniscus coming up. And hit out by Bryn Hess. I think we're going to get a water break here. Take a timeout. We'll be right back. All right, we're back at it after a quick water break. Pomerink. Got Rizkowski still coming down. Schweitzer just did a little bit of English on it. Rizkowski comes back inside. Now back over to Meniscus, who got one off from Kate Field. There's hockey out of the back. Here is Field. Field gets it to a running Hess. So Britton Hess surveys, and then Kaylin Gallagher. Nice job there in the center by number 25 to take that away, Parado. Parado will look, send one over the head of Rizkowski, and that'll go out. We'll hustle it, but it's going out. Up in the air, bat around just a little bit here. No offsides. Out towards midfield. Caitlin Norwood right there for the Shamrocks. They trail by one. Thank our friends at Endless Energy and AMP Global Strategies. Possibility is a shot, and off the post. Still up and over. Oh, a great opportunity there by the Shamrocks. Athletic ability, Emma Stroud. She has some really quick reactions. Got her hand up quick, hit that post. And just enough of something to keep it out. So here comes the corner. Kira Lesko will head over. So an opportunity here for the Shamrocks. Knocking on the door. They trail by one, but golden opportunity for them with Lesko, the southpaw, coming up here, ready to put a little double English on this one. And it is a beautiful ball. 3 yards away, and Hess got her head on it, luckily for the Torrent. And coming out, it'll be Stoner. Dishes to Meniscus. Meniscus gets slowed down there. She'll send one off of the body of number 1. That is Ashley Gordon. And then the Shamrocks control. Rizkowski down there on that far side. Back over to the center. Here come the Shamrocks. A little give and go. Kicked up in the air, and Stroud will get there. Hess knocked down. Gallagher's going to try to stay with it here. But Gordon got there. And then coming out over to Sid Hess. Where's Hockey? Here's Gallagher. Pushing the pace. Field Looking for Schweitzer. Schweitzer trying to make a move down on that far side. Emma Schweitzer shoots, and Emma Schweitzer got robbed right off the post. Man, that was as beautiful as a rippers you're going to get, just a little high. Back over. Pomerink sends one. Oh, just a little high as well. So they'll go get that ball. Different keeper now coming in. So it'll be Susanna Green checking in. And for the Torrent, Issa Mendola will check in. Got to give her ticket over to the guy on the side here. Yeah, I think I see your name. Yeah, you're good. That's just the way it works. And out will come Ryskowski. Ryskowski played very well here the first 30 minutes. Prides herself on being in great shape. Track girl. Going to head to Shenandoah University. Right off of 81. You take that trip down in Virginia. Beautiful campus. So Mendola's on defense on that far side where Ryskowski was. We got about 14, 15 minutes here. Running clock. They took a water break. We'll see how that all lines up. Rain expected in the 8 o'clock hour. And foot race. A nice job there as 27 just kind of circled the wagon. Mendola kind of played it safely for her. But it was Perrin He who tried to get something going. Here is Gallagher. Had a couple of moves, just lost the ball on that one. He'll still try to stay in the pocket here. Long-legged. And this will come out, and Schweitzer will be right there. A little miscue there. Schweitzer goes down. I'll go back over. There's Hockey. Gets it forward. Meniscus back over to the side. Pomerink over to Schweitzer. And then it'll be taken by Stoner. Stoner sends one. I couldn't get it through. Gallagher was trying to lurk in between some of the defenders on that far side. Hockey will come up abruptly. And now played back to the Shamrocks here in the back. Emily Smith from Mansfield will be checking in here shortly for the Torrent. Booted up in the air. Hess heads that one. We'll look to play this to the outside here. And they'll send this one to nowhere land. And Mendola will chase this one down and get a throw-in coming up. As Smith should be told to come in. Just give her a ticket. Over here on the side. Come in for Gallagher. Off of Meniscus. And here is Kate Field. Kate Field over to Pomerink. Kira Pomerink sends one. Punched up. Nice job. Emily Smith is there. There's just green all over the place. Smith just couldn't corral it quickly enough there. But a nice punch by Susanna Green. And here comes Hess with the throw-in. Booted out. 24 will be checking in here momentarily. Grace Lynn Lee Torquiana also wears 00 as a keeper. So the Westmount Shamrocks in town here to take on the Back Mountain Torrent on a Saturday evening, 1st of July. Another throw-in coming here for the Torrent. Get it over to Stoner. Carly Stoner. Got Emma Schweitzer here in the center. Stoner will come over. Stoner still coming. Dishes it over to Pomerink. Pomerink back over to Stoner. Stoner sends a ripper a little bit high and into the field hockey netting. The breeze picking up here just a bit. Holding out on some showers right now here in the Back Mountain. Hess Brzezowski. And Mendola will get out there on the outside. Lost her footing. Won it back. And she'll come back over to the middle, send a nice little slide wider over to Pomerink. Pomerink sends a beautiful pass to Emma Schweitzer, and the connection across. No, Emily Smith unable to get there. So they try to go bang, bang, and just Emily Smith a couple of steps off there, but a good effort there by the Torrent trying to make something happen there offensively. Thank our friends Tracy Zarola, Lewis and Freeman, Dr. Todd, located at 44. Manuka Subaru, it's all we do. Dee's Diner. They've got a catering truck. They got a catering van. They got a little bit of everything going on. Comets Law, Mendocino's Pizza, your local State Farm insurance agents. And Smith offsides. Just a little bit. Sally Denhalter getting ready to come in here. She'll be an incoming freshman at Misericordia University, Delaware Valley High School. Got a great motor. Great young lady. This one will go out. It'll be a throw in here on that midfield area. And headed out here by the Shamrocks. It'll go over the fence, and Sally Denhalter will come in. Come in for Emma Schweitzer. Throw in here by Mendola over to Stoner. Get it back. Mendola will send one across right over to Emily Smith's area. And then the Shamrocks are there, and they'll boot it out. We'll get a throw in here on this far side as Smith and Hess will head down there and figure out who's going to throw this one in. So a light shower coming, might just get a little north of us here in about an hour. And here are the Shamrocks. Meniscus trying to keep it alive, but a excellent job there by Perrin He. Shamrocks booted out, and it'll go right out by their bench. So Hess will get the throw-in coming up. And that is out. Shamrocks will get Actually, it's out on the Shamrock, so it'll be another throw in here from the Torrent. 1-0 Torrent. Sid Hess out of the back. Here's Bruce Hockey. Sends one down over to Selly. Denhalter. Booted out. And it'll roll a little bit. And then sent back to the keeper. We'll come over to Sid Hess. Bucknell University. Sidney Hess to Smith. Smith trying to control there. Taken away there by number 10, Lauren Anderson. Now the Shamrocks staying alive, but Prince Hockey's footsie is right there. Stoner looking. Stoner tried to hit the pocket, just couldn't get there. Good hustle by Hess. Here's Meniscus over to Pomeroy. Pomeroy sends one over to Selly Denhalter. Denhalter has Mendola on that far side. Issa Mendola tries to get inside and just too much traffic there. And then she ends up losing it. And now an opportunity here. We'll get a foul right here at the 35 by Hess. Few minutes ago here in this first half. Opportunity for the Shamrocks. Booted up beautifully. Whereas Hockey got her footsie on it, and then it goes back outside. Stoner's going to try to get there, and she can't, so the Shamrocks will get a throw in here. Torrent's got to line up and kind of get themselves set up. Here's Kate Field chasing a little bit, making sure she has somebody covered. A little communication right now important for the Back Mountain Torrent. Big throw inside. And Chris Hockey just right at the right place, right time. Smith does just enough to nick it outside to keep it in a good spot. Oh, nice job by Emily Smith. This one booted midfield-wise and headed nicely by the Shamrocks, but Emma Stroud is there. 1-0 Torrent. Holding on here to a lead in the first half. Booted up. Denhalter. Stoner. Here is Kate Field. Just keep it alive there on that outside. Kate Field sends one far. 26, Marissa Bedarick checking in now for the Torrent. Some of these showers in the Williamsport area dissipating as they get closer to Northeast PA. Sid Hess, opportunity, Shamrocks. They got some rolling green jerseys down the field right now. And to the outside they go. He sent one across, but right to Stroud. The shot from Sierra Perrin-He. So we're counting up towards the 45th minute. Off of Meniscus, hit her hand. It'll go the other way here. Booted it down beautifully. Sometimes they'll lull you to sleep. Mendola got her leg on that one. And then booted up by Denhalter. Still alive here. Pomerink, a little volleyball action. And Denhalter does a nice job of kicking that away. Stoner's going to send one far side. Coming right over. And they're playing it backwards here. Booted to the inside. Scattered up. Here's a chance for the Shamrocks to the outside, and it'll go out. It'll be a corner. Well, here comes the corner in the 45th minute. So we think. A little bit of extra time. A little double English spin on that. Still alive. Meniscus kicks it over towards the side. And the Shamrocks will get there. Bedard, their tall build, will get there. Slow it down. Still coming right in. And just getting there was Emma Stroud. That was pretty close. About a half a second difference. Stroud boots this thing high. Just past midfield. Emily Smith gets her body in the way there. It'll come back and go back up in the air towards Hess. Hess gets her head on it. And this one's sent down. Lurking there are the Shamrock, and Hess gets rid of it. So again, the Shamrocks not giving up here towards the end of the half. Anything can happen. And Hess over to Bedard. Bedard keeps it in. Bedard sends a nice ball down towards midfield. Still alive here for the Shamrocks. Pomerink right in the pocket there of Anderson. Now they'll switch fields and try to come right over to the center. Hockey gets her head on it. Coming fast there was Meniscus. Mendola, Meniscus back over Denhalter. Denhalter sends a ball right towards the center, and that will do it for the first half. 1-0 Back Mountain Torrent. Thanks to Endless Energy, AMP Global Strategies, and your friends at McCarthy Tire Service. And we are underway here for the second half. As you can see the ball here trickling along here on the turf of Misericordia University in Mankelsdorf Field. It is the Shamrocks right out of the gate. They got a great opportunity on that far side. They hesitated a second, just couldn't get a leg on it. Now they'll rush back, and this shot will come across, and just couldn't get it. Mendola was draped over number 18, who tried to get her head on it, and just a hair taller, but just couldn't do it. Anna Croyle. So a nice job there of the Torrent getting out of trouble. So Landis will be the goalie out of Wilkes University. Boots that up, lefty. She is wearing green. This one booted up in the air, and it'll come out, and Issa Mendola will get the throw-in. Mendola will look to Emma Schweitzer back. They'll dish it. They'll go sideways for hockey, and that'll come right over to number 7. But Kate Field is right there, and then she got one right to the breadbasket there. That one hurt on the ricochet rabbit. Booted out of the back by Hess. And now that'll come out, and Bryn Hess will hustle that and get that right down the line. Coming across, here's Meniscus. Olivia Meniscus trying to manipulate her way in the center of the field and sends one right to the keeper and got a little low there as lights brighten things up here into the evening. Coming over. Here's Mendola down this side. Mendola's still trying to stay with it. And they're going to say it's a goal kick. Somebody trying to say it was a corner. Didn't see the way that ricocheted or didn't ricochet. Booted out. It'll come right to Kate Field. Kate Field got her footsie on it. Emma Schweitzer tied up there, and it'll go off of Schweitzer. Well, they gave the Torrent the call there. I thought it went off of Schweitzer last. Mendola sends one down right towards Stoner, but then got put back over to the center. And then it'll come back. Meniscus will win it. Gets it over to Pommering. Pommering sends a beautiful pass down to Gallagher. Can Gallagher get there? No. Man, just a hair too much sauce on that one. That was almost perfect by Kira Pommering. Booted up in the air. Mendola should be able to control this one. She does. Heads over to the center right where there's a little bit of traffic. Meniscus is there. And it is taken away there by Ashley Gordon. Here is Pomerink. Got tripped. Get the call. We'll get a director here. As Mendola gets a little bit of conversation from Taylor Jamison, the head coach. And Olivia Meniscus has been pretty good at these type of shots. There's a Jimmy Rocket, a little to the left. Not on this one today, but has a handful of goals here for the Torrent this year, as we thank Endless Energy, AMP Global Strategies, and, of course, all of our sponsors here in the John Mendola Show Network, including McCarthy Tire, Comets Law, located on Public Square in Wilkes-Barre. Athletic Republic, 2 locations, Dallas and Moosic. All of our local State Farm insurance agents, Mendocino's Pizza, FNCB Bank. Manuka Subaru, it's all we do. Our Carol and Janelle, the pizza capital of the world. Here is Emma Schweitzer going baseline. Schweitzer trying to keep it alive and hit out. Corner coming for the Torrent. So Kate Field will head over there. All but 2 defenders will head in and see if they could get a little bit of a rush here. This one still alive here by Meniscus. She'll go back to the outside. Try to be controlled over there by number 10, Anderson. Comes back in. Back to Meniscus. Back over to Hess. And then booted on out. There's hockey. Try to chase it down, and she'll get it over to Landis. Hannah Landis to Sid Hess. Got a wide open Issa Mendola down this sideline. Mendola waits for it. Mendola, a little bit of a shake down there. Tries to get it inside and keeps it alive. And she'll send one to that far side where Gallagher is, but way too much sauce on that. Over towards Emma Schweitzer. Emma Schweitzer to the center, trying to shake a defender. She had 2 on her, 1 draped on her back. And Sid Hess is there, now back over field. And now the Shamrocks are going to try to get wide here. Shamrocks on that opposite end. Here is Hess. So Bryn Hess sends one over towards Schweitzer. Nice defensive play there by number 21, Olivia Watt. Coming back over. Sid Hess now out of the back. Once again, Watt. Chased down now by Lesko. Back over to the center. Shamrocks trying to organize here. Meniscus gets in the way. They're trying to send this long winger. Mendola played it off a little bit, and now she'll come over, get her footsie on it, and kept in control there. Nice job by Norwood. And then Landis will get there. Landis, the lefty, boots it out. Here is Schweitzer. It's a little far off her foot. Just past the 54th into the 55th minute, technically, there. Gallagher sends one to Pommering. Pommering tried to get it over to Schweitzer, couldn't do it. Takes a little bit of a double spinner, and here's Kate Field. Field going to dish and let Mendola run it down. Issa Mendola has a pocket, sends one over, a little too much juice. Right idea, went far post, but just had too much sauce on that one. So Priz Hockey came over to get a little bit of info from Taylor Jamison, the coach of the Back Mountain Torrent, sponsored by Endless Energy, Amp Global Strategies, and, of course, here on the John Mendola Show Network. Here is Olivia Meniscus, just wide left. Booted out. Here's Meniscus. Finds Schweitzer. There's a little pocket here. Emma Schweitzer, quick little move. Emma Schweitzer shoots and scores! Emma Schweitzer, textbook. Meniscus with the pass. And she goes down and puts it in the upper left. Let's watch this thing again because we can. Coming up here on that replay. Here, we'll get it. There you see it. Coming right back at you here. See Meniscus dish, and Schweitzer takes it over to the center and just finds that left-hand side and blanks it there. Mendola gets her footsie on it there. Now back over to Kate Field live action here on the John Mendola Show Network. The back mountain Torrent. Hess came up very aggressively there. There'll be a whistle. Sid Hess gets a yellow. Now coming down is number 7. Back over Schweitzer, trying to get her body on it. Back over, and Landis will get there easily. So Hannah Landis takes care of business. 2-0 Torrent. First game they played on a very, very hot day on some grass down the Philadelphia area. And it was Issa Mendola now. Just trying to make a move, goes back over to the center, sends one down, but tried to play the bank there off of Pomerink. And Pomerink does the job. Kira Pomerink alive. And it's out. It's going to be a Torrent throw. Pomerink. We'll send it to the back. We'll switch the field. They fake switch the field. Sid Hess out of the back. It's taken down. And they'll get a whistle, and it'll be a call here for the Torrent. Booted up, off ahead, and the Shamrocks will kick it out. Mendola will come down and get this throw in. Survey what she's got. Got 7 green jerseys back there and only 3 or 4 gray ones. Back over to Meniscus. Meniscus will go center. Now she goes sideways. Pomerink's the right call. Pomerink sends one, but didn't have any juice on that one. Little breeze, trying to keep it a little bit cool here as some possible showers could filter in. We're trying to hold off as long as we can in the 60th minute here. Playing 90. Mendola all by herself here. Gets it back over to Schweitzer, back over to Kate Field. Kate Field's looking, has Gallagher lurking in here. Stoner alive, her and Meniscus A little bit short ball. Meniscus will dish it back over to Mendola. Will send it over to Meniscus. Olivia Meniscus now. A lot of traffic there. And just trying to find the right gap. But not on that one. Mendola off her leg sideways. Got back over to the center, and the Shamrocks now trying to organize to get something going. But they're going to have to play negative right now and settle the ball. Now they will get it back to their defenders. And 7 wide open here on the side. That is Norwood. Back over to 10. Anderson. Anderson's alive. Here coming down. Pris Hockey sends one right to Landis, who's tall enough to corral that one for the Torrent. Lefty will boot that out towards the center. It was off of number 1, Ashley Gordon. Here is Schweitzer. Dishes to Meniscus. Going to run into a body there. Oh, nice play there by number 19, Blannett, Meredith Blannett. Blannett sends it down. Landis will be there. As Pris Hockey hustled over there just to kind of help out. But Landis had it in total control. One booted out just over Meniscus's head. And the Shamrocks will have a little bit of momentum. Field. Mendola sends one down to Schweitzer. And Schweitzer will run this one down and wins it. Briefly. Schweitzer down to Stoner. Right there. But a good defensive play there by the Shamrocks. So a nice job by number 21, looking for a call there, saying Stoner was holding her up, Olivia Watt. Now here comes another number 1. So let me try to remember. I think this is Grace Lynn Lee Tokiano, maybe. I'm not sure. This is the girl who came in a little bit late. I have the text from the coach. It's just the way things work here. And coach, nice guy, said, hey, well, yep, this is her. Grace Lynn Torquiano. She's the 3rd goalkeeper. Had a different number, but ends up with another number 1. They have 3 number 1s. Technically, it's all good. It's they're doing what they got to do. It's sometimes you get some late additions and who's coming, who's not, and the hustle here back over to Landis, and Landis boots it out to her teammate here, Bryn Hess, who ran by it. Gallagher got it over to her. Schweitzer's running, got Field. Schweitzer's going to dump it, I think. Schweitzer's looking. Was going to dump it to Field momentarily. She's going to take a ricochet out just outside. Gallagher was coming, and Grayson Lee Torquiana got there to make sure it was wide and not going to happen. 2-0. Back Mountain Torrent. 64th minute. Take a look at that radar again and see what we got working here. It's 7:21. And we got a little less than 27 minutes left. So the rain possibility at 8, 9 o'clock has changed. Here's the Shamrocks. Landis takes care of it. Looks like these showers are going to stay just a hair north of us. So we should be able to get this thing in. Nice play out of the back there by number 23 who takes care of that. Let's go. Mendola wide open here by her lonesome on this far side. There's Meniscus, and Mendola will get there. Let's see what she can do. She surveys the field. Going to play it. Going to go back towards the center. Sees somebody open on that far side, but thought she should have hit Pomerink, trying to get it over towards Gallagher. There's Pomerink, who is open here in the center. Back over to Field. Field took a little slip. And the Shamrocks are going to send one wide, but it is Hess running that down. Hess got taken down and then comes back up. And physical play over there. Gallagher. Coming back over to Anderson. Back over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer's going to take control of the ball. Got tripped up. And Anderson with some sportsmanship there. Eight will check in now. Hannah Phillips. Play it short to Mendola. Mendola looks up. Still going. And they'll get a corner. No, I think it'll be a deep throw in here. Almost got the corner. Throw into Kate Field. Pommering. Hess. Hess sends one high. And almost a field goal. Taken out towards midfield. Shamrocks trailing by 2 goals. Gallagher trying to get it over to Stoner, and Gallagher will get there. Send one across. Shamrocks get ahead on it. And they boot it out. We'll get a throw in coming up here for the back Mountain Torrent. Shamrocks on a run. Field slows that down for Anderson. Meniscus got a tootsie toe on that one as Anna Croyle tried to get something developing there for the Shamrocks. We'll send it back across over to Meredith Blannett. Pomerink. Schweitzer. The center, Hess is there. Where's Hockey? Mendola will replace where she's at. Now the Shamrocks have a little bit of a rush here with Caitlin Norwood. Norwood going down, sends one across, and Hess was there to get rid of it. Here is Emma Schweitzer. And Schweitzer goes down. Referee comes over to explain. Looks like we'll see Megan McNeely re-enter the game here in a couple of moments. Mendola down this sideline. She's going to dump it to Stoner. No, she decides to get it over to Schweitzer. Emma Schweitzer still alive. Emma Schweitzer across, still going, and Emma Schweitzer's going to shoot, and there's say offsides. So it's going to be a goal kick. Water break coming. Quick timeout. We're back here. 72nd minute, playing up to 90. But a quick water timeout. We're back at it here. I lost maybe 2 minutes, and we'll play an extra 2 here. Running time. Chris Hockey will chase this down. And just got it off the Shamrocks. Heady play there. So throwing coming here for the back, Mountain Torrent. Emma Schweitzer to Olivia Meniscus. Gray, Torrent going the right way. Here's McNeely. They called offsides on Kaylin Gallagher. Shamrocks now trying the attack. Plucked out there by Przyhocki. Booted. And it'll go the Torrent way. Schweitzer to Mendola. Mendola sidewinders that up to McNeely. Say out on McNeely. Throw. Mendola defended that one well, and it'll get a big throw down to McNeely again. Off her head. Kept it alive over to the center. Out of the range of Meniscus, but Field will get there and back over to Gallagher. Hess will actually get there first. So McNeely lurking in the center. Gallagher on the far side. Here's Hess. And we'll send one over to Emma Schweitzer. Just too much. And it'll get over to the Shamrocks. Here's Schweitzer now. Trying to take on the defender. Emma Schweitzer sends one. The goalie kicks it out with her footsie. And it'll be one here by the Torrent. Gallagher back and just out of reach of her teammate there. Anderson will circle back here. And just in the right pocket, but Hess was able to get there. Landis. Nice job there by McNeely getting in the mix. Here in the 76th minute. Played out of the back there by Watt. McNeely, a little bit of pressure. Puts it over to Pomerink. Still alive here. Pomerink across the center to McNeely. McNeely looks around. Gets it over to Meniscus. Back over to Field. Field over to Schweitzer. Emma Schweitzer sends one. Just Grayson Lee, Torquiana gets there. Bryn Hess hits Gallagher the back of her foot. Shamrock sent it over to the center. Just missed Meniscus there. Schweitzer. Field will chase this. Schweitzer will go back. And now it'll come back for the Shamrocks. McNeely to Schweitzer. Schweitzer on this left wing. Gets it down to Olivia Meniscus. Meniscus got into her body a little bit where that ball went out. So Trinity Soto, wears 17, will now go in as a defender, was a keeper. Wide open is Meniscus right now. Nobody's on her. Now they'll back up to try to get her, and good adjustment there by number 7. As she was trying to play two people, Norwood. Here is Schweitzer. Schweitzer makes a cut. Schweitzer will get a corner. I'll go over to Kate Field. Sent in. Header off Meniscus. It'll go out. First of July. Summer flying by right now. A couple weeks in. And the Shamrocks of Westmont trail by 2 goals here. to the Back Mountain Torrent, who somehow keep that one alive over on that far sideline. Kira Pomerink keeps it alive. Pomerink sends it across, trying to get it over to Meniscus, and now it's played by Parado. Kate Field chasing here in the center. Here's Hockey with a quick header. So here comes Emily Smith. Going to come in for Gallagher. Booted up in the air on that far side. Schweitzer will be there. Schweitzer out of the back. They're holding her arm. They're hooking her. They're doing all kind of crazy things, but she gets the ball out over towards the center. So just everyday plays in soccer. And sometimes you could sell it well. Sometimes you can't. Mendola comes over strongly. It'll be a throw in here for the Shamrocks. Missed one. Kate Field is there. Kate Field got rid of it. $18 jogging down here. Croyle got her head on it. Chris Hockey got her leg on it. And that's more important for the Torrent. Smith sends one to the far side, meaning this side, but didn't work out. And they'll come back over to Field. Field gets it to Schweitzer. Here's Mendola now. Try to use that wing. Dishes it down to McNeely, who is offsides. Off the head of number 23 there, Lesko. There's the other 23. This time it is the Torrent in gray. Hess. Pomerink. And here's Mendola here on this. Got some space. Dishes it to Meniscus and just a little off by a hair there. And back over to Pris Hockey. Back to Emily Smith. Emily Smith sends one across. Still alive there. And here can Schweitzer settle it and get off the head. Nice job there by the Shamrocks as Emily Schweitzer, with the goalie being active, looked like she had an open look there. Razkowski looking to get back into the game here in the 84th minute. Played a very good first half. Her dad, Razkowski's dad, Nick, involved with Back Mountain Soccer for many years, did a really nice job with the club. And he'll be moving south, so we thank Nick Razkowski for all he did for Back Mountain Soccer. Olivia Meniscus out to Mendola. Mendola slows things down, tries to make a move. gets something but gets it off one of the Shamrocks. They're unable to dish it over, and then it'll come back over here. Landis. Meniscus gets just a little bit on it, and that'll come back over to the side. Shamrock still trying to get their first goal. It'll go off the Shamrocks. Nope, off the Torrent. Off Mendola. There'll be a throw in here for the Shamrocks, Kaylin Norwood. Off the field. Schweitzer gets it up to McNeely. Has a racing Olivia Meniscus. And then Smith. Booted out. Hess to Landis. Over the field. Just over her head. Anderson's there. I'll call that on field. Shamrocks could put one of these in. You can't take it lightly. Getting a little later into the contest here, but these opportunities you don't want to give up. Floating off ahead. Shot. Landis just got a hand in there, but then it's a goal. Let's see if they call offsides. They do. So no goal. That's a tough one there for the Shamrocks. Did a lot right, but unable to be credited there with that. Rizkowski's still waiting for a stoppage so she can get in. Mendola boots one accurately over to Megan McNeely. Schweitzer tried to do a little mega mix there. So Raskowski, again, a talented freshman, will be headed to Shenandoah University. Right off of Interstate 81 in Virginia. Raskowski gets a perfect ball over to Pomeroy, just off her tootsie toe there. Here is Smith. Smith tried to just eat up a little bit of time, kill it in the corner. Here in the 89th minute. Has stepped up over there. Across the field, there's going to be a dome here. Misericordia athletes will benefit from that. Chris Hockey uses her head there over to Schweitzer. with a meniscus. Roskowski now. Callie's got a nice throw to her. Nice little poke there by Hockey. Field. Feet got tied up there. Here is meniscus. Going to take it down to the corner. Just kind of hit it off. She thought she hit it off the Shamrocks. So we're almost wrapped up here. Endless Energy, AMP Global Strategies. I want to thank our friends at McCarthy Tire Service, Comets Law, the one to call on Public Square in Wilkes-Barre. Athletic Republic, 2 locations in Dallas and Music. Manuka Subaru, it's all we do. Our Carol Janelle, the pizza capital of the world. Dr. Todd, Tracy Zarola from Lewis and Freeman. Dee's Diner, located near the casino. Mendocino's Pizza in Daleville, and your local State Farm insurance agents. Matt Daly in Kingston, Frank Sorokatch in Tunkhannock, Melissa Walter in the Back Mountain, Michael Griffin in Dixon City, Jen Ricky Abeloff in Dunmore, Jeremy Baczynski, located in Drums and in Pottsville. Far side, Hess. And that should wrap it up any moment here. Couple seconds away for the Torrent getting the victory here against the Shamrocks. Said Hess. So appreciate you joining us here this evening. That's the final. 2-0 Back Mountain Torrent victorious over the Westmount Shamrocks. Have a good night, everybody, here, and thank you for joining us.